In this video, I will show you exactly how I close 90% of my sales calls and avoid uncommitted client with the art of feminine sales. Now, this is the exact framework I used recently with one of my clients that was feeling a bit lost and overwhelmed in her sales process. She went on to close over 40K and continued generating 10, 20, 30K month with so much more ease. And in this video, I will walk you through the 5 mindset shifts that consistently sign aligned and high value clients. So our first mindset shift is making vibe a non-negotiable. And what I mean by this is, you know, the energy you pick up on people when you walk into a room or in a coffee, a networking event, and you just see those people, and some of them have the spotlight on them. You see them, you want to talk to them, you're excited to spend time with them. That same vibe check needs to apply in your business, because if you don't set that clear standard, you will have a ton of people in your field that you're working with, building their website or coaching them, that you would have never talked to at an event. There's a reason why we have those filters. We have resonance with certain people and we don't have resonance with other people, right? We experience the same in dating, in relationship. It's okay. We're not meant to be for everyone. And you need to remove that pressure you might have put on your shoulders that you can help everyone and anyone. Maybe you can on a technical level. But the key to a freedom-based business rooted in simplicity and abundance and flow is to work with people that amplify our energy, that make us feel more alive, that make us excited for more. And that begins by being so crystal clear about what's the vibe and trusting that gut feeling, that gut check that tells you, this is not going to be a good client for me. Because when you say no to them, you give them permission to find a person that's actually their fit. And you give yourself permission to hold the space, hold the faith that the right people are coming. And you set the standard from where your rest of the business can begin and be built. Now, the second mindset shift you're not gonna like, and it is being willing to lose the client. When you walk into a room and you don't need anything, right? You can do what you want. You can leave the party, you can say goodbye. When you need something, you have needy energy plastered all over your body, okay? People can feel it, and then they get to ask for a discount, be pushy, be needy, pile on more because they can see that you need them. And so the ball is in their court. And I find that when we are offering a service from our heart, whether it's a heart-led offer, maybe copywriting, photography, consulting, we are so close to our work. We care, right? And in that care, we need to understand that if we don't set the bar for who we work with, and if we don't allow ourselves to say no to who's not a fit, we create tons of bottleneck in our business flow. Because the clients that are not aligned will actually drain your entire energy and make you start resenting your work. And that's why we need to shift the dynamic from needing the clients to realizing we're the service provider, we're the consultant, we're the coach, we're the artist. The client comes to us because they have a problem that needs solving. You don't need them. They need you, right? When you go get your coffee in the morning, the coffee shop doesn't need you to buy coffee. Like, you need the coffee, right? That's the same energy here. And so any part of you that thinks you need the client, delete, let it go. The third mindset shift is leveraging the power of price and positioning as a filter that both attract the dream clients and repel the clients that are not aligned. Because as much as we think we want to be inclusive and offer and target and cater to everyone, we need to realize that when we send a clear signal out with our pricing and our positioning, the right clients are clear that this is for them and they're excited for it. And the misaligned client will just not even see it. They'll just walk right past it, and that's okay. When I see some ads that feel like they were targeted to me, you know those when you look and you're like, oh, of course they're in my mind. Of course they have all my data and know everything about me. But it makes me feel good because this is exactly what I've been looking for. It feels like you found something you've been looking for. It feels amazing. And when you see a price, it often creates a certain expectation, right? If you see a $3 coffee mug to go, it probably is very cheap plastic. Not gonna last a long time, might spill plastic in your cup, right? When you see a $75 travel coffee cup, what are you thinking? Oh my God, this is a premium brand. They put care in it. They probably did research. They probably created something sustainable and special. It has my color palette. It makes you curious. If you're the right target audience, you'll look at it. If you're the kind of person that will never buy a coffee cup to go and just takes a plastic one from the shop, you're going to look at it if you see it and think, this is not making sense. Who would buy this? Who in their right mind? And that's okay. The thing is, pricing is just a signal. And we need to de-escalate how big of a deal we make it and understand it's not about cutting people off or being or not being inclusive or accessible. It's about talking directly to your audience and making sure the signal of your price matches the depth of the transformation you offer. So if you're watching this, you probably offer high ticket, deep transformation, luxury wedding, boutique offers. And so you need to understand your clients are expecting a certain level of quality. And if you know you can deliver, which I know you do, the price is just a signal. It just tells your client, this has been made with care. This is intentional. This is bespoke. This is special. And it makes them want to walk in. And also, equally, it says to the clients that are looking for a quick fix or just a quick solution, something cheap, tangible, fast, effective, it tells them that this isn't what they're looking for. And so don't be afraid to price according to the mindset of the client that's looking for you right now. Send the right signal. If it's cohesive to the true transformation you provide, you can start pricing for depth of transformation and only work with clients that value and see your work versus working that clients that won't get it, will complain, and will be upset about it. Have you ever brought a person in your family to a fancy restaurant that never went to fine dining and don't like it? They'll think it's too small food, it's too complex flavor, and they're still hungry. They'll be like, ugh, I don't want this. And bring an artist that is really deeply in love with food to a gastronomy evening. They'll think, oh my God, this is stunning. This is so delightful. This makes me so happy, because that's what they're looking for. So there's a market and a fit price for everyone. But if you send the wrong signal, you'll attract clients that were never meant to receive or perceive the quality of what you offer. And that's when we get testimonials that are not so good, clients that complain, clients that ask for more. If you want to close aligned sales and work only with dreamy clients, you need to start being in integrity with the depth of the transformation you offer, which I know you do if you're watching this. So make sure your pricing sends a signal. Now onto our fourth mindset shift, which is really similar to the price being a signal. And it is understanding that we don't price full time, we price for transformation or experience. And this is where also this shift happens in premium experiences and working with clients that value attention to detail and exclusive experiences. A person that gets them in their values and has alignment on so many levels, right? When we price for time, we are in the game of efficiency, practicality. It is the IKEA table of pricing system, right? It's functional, everybody gets it, everybody can have it, and it's also so common that you're pretty replaceable, right? If you price hourly, your wedding photography, your calligraphy, your copywriting, your coaching, your consulting, with the hourly rate in mind, you will compete with everyone. Because if somebody is looking for a lower hourly rate, they'll just say, I could get another coach. I could get another copywriter for this price. Well, somebody says they can do it for that price. And you're in the game of pricing an hour. The client, in their mind, their perceived value is, I'm getting an hour, a unit of time. And a unit of time, unless you're someone that has a wild reputation and you don't have time and you're notoriously extremely busy and famous and there's a huge demand for your work, not a lot of people will perceive your hour as worth a lot, right? The perceived value of a unit of time is quite abstract. And so when we're operating from that place, we are competing unknowingly with so many people. And the difference happens when you offer something so unique, so transformative, so special, so detailed, so visionary, that people know that they're choosing that specific energy for what it will give them, the transformation they will experience, the person they will become on the other side, the identity shift, the energy they will feel in the container. and not the hours, right? It goes beyond this. Because when we create transformation for people, let's say even a website, let's say you're a website designer, and you create a website that will create 150 plus new clients for your customer over the next decade, do you see how big the ripple effect is that goes far beyond the amount of hours it took you to build this website? And so we need to start understanding that as creatives, especially creative director, artists, we're selling a vision, we're selling an experience, we're selling a transformation. And if we can understand how to package our unique genius, intuition, wisdom, technique, skill, vision into an offer, that is when we can put a premium price tag on it that will have your clients say, instead of, I could do cheaper, they will literally tell you, my husband yesterday told me I could find cheaper. And I told him, yeah, but I don't want cheaper. I want that person. That is exactly the words one of my clients recently said on a call. You become one, a market of one, someone that is not replaceable because the uniqueness of you is communicated so clearly. People are wanting that specific offer, right? And that is when you start working with clients that value depth, beauty, harmony, alignment, intuition, things that you infuse in your work. It's not just an hour of branding anymore. It's an experience. It's something bespoke and special. And that is the mindset of premium positioning. And the last mindset shift we want to bring to start working only with aligned clients, only attract aligned clients on call so we can have a 90% plus closing rate, because technically everyone that comes on already decided they want to work with us. So it makes selling so much easier, right? It is to learn that our energy and our intuition is always on. It always tells us the truth, okay? Do not doubt your own intuition and the signal in your body when you're in a conversation with someone. And this especially applies when you're meeting a client in person or you're in a sales conversation on Zoom and you think to yourself, I don't think that person is the right fit. It might not be a logical reason. Sometimes there's just a feeling. Maybe it will be a draining client, a needy client. Maybe they ask too many questions, discount, things that make you feel uncomfortable. There seems to be a misfit in the energy or their approach or values and alignment. Whatever it is, it feels like a no in your body. Trust that no. Because how many times, even just on a dating level, relationship level, friendship level, how many times have you gotten yourself in situations with a relationship where there were 100 red flags and you went ahead and then you had to leave the relationship only to tell yourself, I knew it. I knew there were so many red flags. I knew it. I did it again. Don't do this to yourself with clients, okay? Because there's so much I want to say on this, but clients come with a network. Word of mouth amplifies in the direction of the clients we allow in our field. The more energy we feel with the clients that we have, the more space we have to serve more clients. And so every time we allow people in our field that are misaligned, it creates a much bigger ripple effect than the amount of time or energy you'll invest in this client on your own business, personal energy, and also the creative expansion that could be limited by that client in your space. So I want you to understand that this last mindset shift really is about self-respect and integrity. Integrity to the depth of your work, making sure that you only give it to people that actually have the capacity to perceive it and receive it. And also integrity to your own intuition and energy check. When it feels like a no, let it be a no. When it feels off, tell it it's off. This isn't working for me. And there are a couple key things here I guide my clients to do, and it's really in communication and conversation, always having a way to leave the call if it's not aligned. And that's why I always recommend my clients to only book 15 minutes with strangers and not an hour, so that they can either leave or continue the conversation. It's okay to stay on the call to someone. You know, from what I'm hearing here, I don't think I'm the right fit for you, but I will send you a free resource, a podcast episode, a PDF, and I hope you find the right person for you. It's okay to say no. And I can guarantee you that that first time you say no in such an empowered way, it will open up a whole new world for you, where you no longer settle, tolerate clients that are not a fit, allow yourself to be working with people that don't see you, underpay you, push you, drain you, and it will create immense freedom in your business and your life, because you no longer tolerate that which is not aligned. And so inevitably you step into your next level, the one that commands their worth, that commands their energy, that trusts their intuition, that dares to say no because it creates more space for the right aligned client. So the way that I close 90% of my sales call is I am just extremely discerning to who I allow in conversation with me. And if it's not aligned, I know it. I've done this so many years now. I can spot it and I can let it go and release it. And when it's aligned, I feel it and I know this is the beginning of not a one-time client, but a lifelong client. Because that's the difference. Dream clients become lifelong clients. And their friends of friends of friends and expanded network become also a beautiful space for you to start impacting more and more people. And it just feels so good and you feel seen in your gifts. And you know you can keep growing your dream business and protect your energy, your freedom, and your life. So trust that intuition. You know it, you know the signal, and it's okay to say no. And it's the best way for you to allow yourself to step into a new level of you. Now, if you want help packaging your offer to a premium level, making sure your positioning attracts aligned high-level client, and learn the art of feminine sales on conversation to close your clients with more ease, I am opening the door to my 6-week accelerator to get clear on your positioning, your offer, and how to command premium pricing to create more freedom in your business and in your life. You can apply right below, and I'm so grateful you're here. I'll see you next week for another episode. Thank you so much.